I'm a fan of Maison Margiela Replica fragrance collection, and I was super curious to try From the Garden as soon as it came out. I'm a real sucker for a tomato leaf, and for me, the fragrance did not disappoint. From the Garden embodies a harmonious blend of ripe blackberries and the invigorating freshness of tomato leaves, with subtle hints of basil and geranium adding depth and complexity. Earthy undertones of patchouli anchor the composition. For those who appreciate the allure and nostalgia of nature-inspired fragrances, From the Garden is a solid choice. Its seamless combination of fruity sweetness, herbal nuances, and earthy undertones make it a versatile addition to any perfume collection. I aggregated and analyzed the keywords from 100 consumer reviews of this fragrance to get a clearer picture on the consumer consensus. Here are the top 5 positives for From the Garden. The term photorealistic is mentioned multiple times, suggesting that consumers appreciate the fragrance's ability to accurately capture the scent of certain natural elements like tomato leaf, garden, or wet grass. This indicates a high level of realism in the fragrance composition, which can be appealing to users seeking an evocative olfactory experience. Words like unique, interesting, masterpiece, and fragrance as art imply that consumers find From the Garden to be distinctive and creatively crafted. This suggests that the fragrance offers a novel olfactory experience that stands out from other scents on the market, making it intriguing, special, and memorable. Words like unisex, everyday, wearable, spring, and summer suggest that consumers perceive the fragrance as versatile and suitable for various occasions and seasons. This indicates that the fragrance has broad appeal and can be enjoyed by anyone on a fairly daily basis throughout multiple seasons of the year. Terms like zingy, fresh, bright, and soothing indicate that consumers find From the Garden to be refreshing and invigorating. This suggests that the scent evokes feelings of freshness, vitality, and relaxation, making it a pleasant and uplifting fragrance choice. Now, despite some complaints about longevity and consistency, many references to good longevity and strong projection suggest that many consumers appreciate the fragrance's performance as a whole. This indicates that the scent has a notable presence and lasting power on the skin, enhancing its overall appeal and value. This is a cool designation for replica fragrances because many of the brand's fragrances, especially the Freshies, are called out by reviewers for their poor performance, which can hurt the perceived value of a fragrance. So now here are the top complaints consumers have about this fragrance. From the Garden seems to lean towards the sweeter side, with descriptors like sweet, sickening, and too sweet being mentioned multiple times by reviewers. This indicates that some users find the sweetness overwhelming or cloying, so take care not to overspray, which can amplify this unpleasant effect. Keywords like salad, vegetable, broccoli, and grass suggest that some consumers perceive a vegetal or green aspect in the fragrance that reminds them of salad or grass, which are not typical notes in a fine fragrance and can feel basic, out of place, or just simply unappealing. Like, you may love to eat salads, but you don't necessarily want to smell like one. The frequent mention of tomato leaf, tomato, and tomato stems indicates that the fragrance prominently features a tomato leaf accord. While some may find this unique and refreshing, others seem to find it overpowering or not to their liking. It is not exactly a mainstream fragrance accord. The photorealistic, novel elements of the fragrance weren't always regarded as suitable for fine fragrance. While many people appreciated the innovative take on a perfume, some consumers felt like they did not want to smell like From the Garden, stating that the fragrance would perhaps be more appropriate as a candle. And although good longevity is mentioned positively in some instances, the huge initial fragrance impact was seen as headache-inducing for some. With From the Garden, a little goes a very long way, so again, overspraying is not advised. Now, in my personal opinion, the positives of From the Garden outweigh the negatives. This fragrance is right up my alley. Unique, evocative, innovative, risk-taking, and a really solid fragrance performance. I'd love to make this fragrance a part of my permanent perfume collection. I hope you learned something from this 100-person review of From the Garden, and thanks for watching.